Hi, I am Dr. Giselle, and I want to welcome you to Becoming a Lifestyle Queen Part 1. And this is a 3-day course in which we focus on how to become a lifestyle queen. And this part is called When Becoming a High Achieving Woman Backfires. When becoming a high achieving woman backfires. In this training, I'm going to share with you a little bit more about my story. And I'm going to share with you why career women are special, why you are special. And I'm going to share with you my identity shift. And I'm going to give you one tip that you can do today to start your journey of transforming yourself from an unhealthy lifestyle to a healthy lifestyle. And hopefully you are on your way to becoming a lifestyle queen just like me. So when a high achieving woman backfires. So let me share with you a little bit more about my story. 5 years ago, I was sitting on the couch and I was crying. I was crying because I just came back from the doctor's office, which was a psychiatrist, and he told me I was clinically depressed. And I was shocked. I was in total panic mode because I couldn't handle that part. Because you see, I was already, I think, 6 months at home with a burnout. I was stressed out, burned out, tired all of the time. I had not slept in months. I had migraines. My menstrual cycles was out of whack. Because of that, I was completely anemic, which means you have a low iron in your blood, which was contributing to me being stressed and depressed and tired. And I couldn't use the diagnosis clinically depressed. I couldn't see myself as being clinically depressed. It was horrible. And as I was sitting there, I didn't see a way out. I couldn't see a way out. I completely thought that I was not going to be able to get out. I felt frustrated. I felt hopeless. But that was hindsight. That was the start of a journey to become the Dr. Giselle that you see today. So if I can go back a little bit, before 5 years ago that I was sitting on the couch, I was a high achieving woman. I was a career woman. I had my doctor's degree. I had my GP degree. I had my GP office. I had a team. I was working with other GPs. I had the house, the mortgage, the 2 cars, the white picket fence, the relationship, the kids. I had it all. But I was paying with my health. And the price that I had to pay was, I was paying with my health. And because I was paying with my health, the result was me being burned out and clinically depressed 5 years ago. On that couch, crying, hopeless. It had backfired. And I think what happened was that I did not understand something that I think is really important that we as high achieving women, career women understand. And that is that we are special. We are not like men. We are different than men. We are not less, by no means. We are not more either, but we are different. And as women, when we come into the corporate world, into the career world, into the business world, it is an environment, a culture very much driven by go, 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 very much driven by that masculine energy, very much driven by not being in a cyclical energy, which means that you know how you put in the work, but also you put in the rest and the relaxation, the going, but also the calming down, the inhaling, but also the exhaling. All of those cycles are very important for us as a woman. So there was no breaks. For me, there was no breaks. I was either with the kids or with my job or with my hobbies, other friends. I was constantly busy, and the price was me being burned out. At one point, I was constantly in fight or flight, and I wasn't able to calm down. I was on a train, on a railroad, towards burnout and depression, and I just couldn't hit the brakes. I just couldn't. I didn't even know where the brakes were. I didn't have my sparkle. I had brain fog. I didn't have any energy. And being in that burnout, can you imagine the impact it had on my family? That I couldn't show up as the mother that I am. The impact it had on my relationship, that I couldn't show up to my friends and to my then partner, that I couldn't show up in my career for my family, and the impact it had on my finances and my legacy from earning less than half of the income that I earned before. I was on sick leave for almost 2 years, which depleted all of my resources. Can you imagine the impact? And that sparked my mission to make this world a better place, one career businesswoman at a time, because I truly believe that just like our unhealthy version can have a bad influence on our family, on our community, the best version of us can have a positive impact on our family, on our community, on our legacy, on the mark that we want to set on this earth. But in order to do that, in order to show up here for you, I had to show up for myself, right? I had to take on leadership over my health, and I had to become what I like to call a lifestyle queen. Lifestyle because it has to do with my daily habits, my daily choices. And queen because it has to do with me taking leadership, me not asking for permission. A queen never asks for permission, right? A queen is a queen by birthright. So I don't have to ask for permission to take control over my health. I take rulership over my health. It is my domain. No more blaming everyone. It is my domain. Does that resonate with you? Blaming everyone for your status? And trust me, I did that. Actually, I have a question for you. Who or what are you currently, right now, blaming for your health status? Whether it is your mental health, whether it is your physical health, whether you have hormonal issues, or you have, you feel burned out, you are burned out, stressed out. Who are you currently blaming? You see, I blamed everything and everyone. I blamed my career. My career was stressing me out. I blamed my then partner. I blamed my children. I blamed life. I blamed the Netherlands. I blamed because I was stuck in disempowering myself. And I had to become a lifestyle queen. I had to take back the power and become the queen of my own lifestyle. So my question to you is, are you ready to become a lifestyle queen? Are you ready to take back the control? Not blaming everyone and for your current situation, but taking back the control and taking back the power, becoming the queen of your queendom, which is your own health and wellness. So who am I as a lifestyle queen? As a lifestyle queen, I have 7 areas that are very important for me, and they are my basics. As a lifestyle queen, I pay attention to my stress level. I don't allow stress to govern my life. Stress is important and is needed, but I don't allow stress to govern my life. And I practice conscious stress release. As a lifestyle queen, I pay attention to my hydration. I pay attention to hydrating myself. I pay attention to to being in nature, being outside often. I pay attention to what I eat, my nutrition. I pay attention to whether something is gonna feed this beautiful body or it's gonna fill this beautiful body, but it has no nutritional value. I pay attention that I move often, that I practice conscious physical activity, and I pay attention to my sleep and that my body needs to regenerate itself. So most of my courses or anything that I create, I try to include, even in my personal coaching, I try to include these 7 areas that are very important for your health and wellness. So I like to work with high achieving career and business women. Why is that? Because I am one and I can relate. I can relate to you wanting to make a mark in this world, wanting to achieve something in this world. I can relate to you having a vision. I can relate to you with you having a mission. I can relate to you wanting to leave a legacy for your children and your children's children. I also can relate to the fact that you have a level of introspection. You are willing to look inside. You are willing to look at yourself and say, hey, what about me is in the way of me getting to a better version of myself? And trust me, not everybody can do that. But you as a high achieving woman, you can do that. And I'm not talking down on anybody, because it has nothing to do with that. It has to do with a level of growth. I think all of us are potentially high achieving women, but I also think that some of us are in different levels of being unconscious. So unconscious that we are not able to look at ourselves. And with any change, with anything that you want to achieve, what you want to achieve, you have to go from A to B. If you want to go from A to B, you have to change something. And a career woman or a high achieving woman or a business woman, we are able to think, okay, what are the steps that I'm gonna make to go from A to B? And that is a level of introspection, because you must be able to look at where you are at, and you must be able to look at where you want to go, and you must be able to take the necessary steps to get there. So you already have that level of introspection and that level of consciousness to be able to go from here to there to achieve your goals. But also you might be unaware that you don't have to work that hard, that you can work smarter, that you have superpowers, that you have a level of magic that that if you will pay attention, if you will go from being in that masculine energy and work and go and that linear, and will come back into yourself, into your body, into that cyclical being that you are, you will find that you don't have to work that hard, but you can work smart and get even better results because you are in a flow and you are not constantly working out of flow, because that drains you. Trust me, it really drains you. So I want to work with high career women because I understand that you have something that you want to do into this world. But I also feel you, because I've been there, that if you don't pay attention to your health, it won't work. And I want to take you from where you are at to where you want to be, but in a healthy way, so that it can be sustainable. So the first step of today is I want to take us through a process of breathing. Breathing is very important for us as women. Breathing is very important for us as human beings, women or men. You see, the first thing that you do when you get into this world that you haven't done before you get into this world is breathing. In your mother's womb, you were already doing a lot of stuff. You could hear, your heart was beating, you could move, but there was something that you didn't do until you got into this world, was take your first breath. And after you leave this world, that is also probably one of the last thing you are going to do is take your last breath. And I tell all of my clients, in between, we are constantly catching our breath. And some of us, because we are so much in fight or flight, we forget to breathe. You see, in fight or flight, when you go, when you are stressed out, you are breathing very fast and you are not breathing deep, that deep and luscious breathing, which continues to have you in that fight or flight, because you are continually telling your body that you are not safe. And one of the easiest way to tell your body that you are safe is to practice deep breathing. And it doesn't have to be that hard. You can do this when you are in traffic. I do this sometimes when I'm in traffic. I do that in between my client and my patients. I do this when I get out of bed. I do this while I'm doing my yoga and exercises and stretches. I do this whenever I find myself frustrated. I do this when I go for walks or I'm just sitting in the park. It is very easy, because the only thing you need to do is just be able to count and be able to inhale and exhale. So I want to do this exercise with you. We're going to do it for a minute, and we're just going to practice deep breathing. And I want to encourage you to do this at least once a day. Whenever you get up in the morning, I do this right before I go downstairs to get my coffee. When I get up, I have also always my notebook, my journal next to my bed. I sit up in my bed and I have my glass of water there, and I open my journal, and before I start writing, I practice deep breathing just to catch my breath. So you can inhale. We're gonna inhale and exhale through the nose. We're gonna use our nostrils to get the air in and to get the air out. So just where you are at right now, maybe you are walking while you're listening to this, or maybe you're sitting. Just I want to encourage you to put both feet on the ground and to sit a little bit straight. And we're gonna practice deep breathing. And we're gonna start with inhaling. Inhale in, 2, 3, 4, and out. 2, 3, 4. In, 2, 3, 4, and out. 2, 3, 4. In, 2, 3, 4, and out. 2, 3, 4. Breathe in, 2, 3, 4. Breathe out, 2, 3, 4. Breathe in, 2, 3, 4. Breathe out, 2, 3, 4. Breathe in, 2, 3, 4. Breathe out, 2, 3, 4. Breathe in, 2, 3, 4. Breathe out, 2, 3, 4. That was just 1 minute. So you can do this in the morning, you can do this in the evening, you can do this at the when you're trying to get your copies, you can do this when you're standing in line somewhere. Just breathe in, count till 4, and breathe out, count till 4. Don't forget to breathe. Don't forget to catch your breath. It's a very easy way to practice mindfulness and meditation without making it big, without taking up half of your day. Especially for you as a high achieving woman, career woman, busy woman, stressed out woman. Practice breathing, and that was my tip. So what did we cover today? Today we covered a little bit of my story. We covered the concept of lifestyle queen, and that was my identity shift. And we covered, I gave you the tip of breathing. So I'm gonna end this training right now. If you liked this training, press like somewhere. And if you would like to receive more of these type of trainings and videos, subscribe. But most importantly, I want you to take a minute. I want you to take a minute and think about someone that you are saying, hey, I think so-and-so would really benefit from this video. Maybe she is stressed out. Maybe she is burned out. Maybe she has all type of hormonal issues. Maybe she is a struggling career woman, stressed out businesswoman. She's thinking about quitting it all. Share it with her. Share this video with her. You just might transform her life. You just might spark something that can save her life, her health, her business. Share it with her. Okay, so that was it for today. I want to thank you all for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Okay, bye.